Even though it may have been fate, blocks of concrete still fell onto the orphanage in a small village. 2 children died instantly. Many others were injured, including a little girl about 8 years old. The villagers urgently requested the nearby town to contact the U.S. military for medical assistance. Eventually, an American doctor and nurse arrived with supplies. They said the girl was seriously injured, and if she didn't receive treatment in time, she would die from shock and blood loss. She needed a blood transfusion immediately. The donor had to have the same blood type as the girl. A quick test showed that neither of the 2 Americans had the matching type, but many of the injured orphan children did. The doctor spoke a bit of broken Vietnamese, and the nurse could manage a few words in fragmented French. Together, using gestures and body language, they tried to explain to the frightened children that if they didn't transfuse blood into the little girl in time, she would surely die. Then they asked if anyone would volunteer. The response was silence and wide, fearful eyes. Seconds passed. Then, slowly, a small, trembling hand was raised, then lowered, then raised again. "Oh, thank you. What's your name?" the nurse asked in French. "Han," the boy replied. They quickly lay Han on a stretcher, swabbed his arm with alcohol, and inserted the needle into his vein. He lay still without speaking a word. After a moment, he began to sob softly, but quickly covered his face with his other arm. "Does it hurt, Han?" the doctor asked. Han shook his head, but seconds later another sob escaped. Again, the boy tried to hide the fact that he was crying. The doctor asked whether the needle hurt, but again the boy shook his head. Now the stifled sobs turned into quiet, steady weeping. Eyes tightly closed, he placed his whole fist into his mouth to hold back the sounds. The medical team grew concerned. Clearly, something was wrong. Just then, a Vietnamese nurse arrived. Seeing the distress on the boy's face, she quickly spoke to him, listening and answering gently. After a while, the boy stopped crying and looked at the nurse with a questioning, uncertain gaze. She nodded. His expression softened into relief. The nurse quietly explained to the Americans, "The boy thought he was going to die. He misunderstood. He thought you wanted to take all his blood to save the girl." "Then why did he volunteer?" the army nurse asked. The Vietnamese nurse translated the question to the boy and received a very simple answer. "Because she's my friend."